Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. I gotta say, the XRP community has been bumping today just because of the verdict that we got yesterday. Annalisa Torres denying the SEC's interlocutory appeal. And, I think that the crypto market as a whole has been reacting. We've got a neutral count for the Fear and Greed Index, so almost kind of somewhere in the middle, half-half. Which is, we haven't seen it this high in a while. We've got cryptocurrencies moving fairly well. Of course, XRP is one of the biggest movers today, at least. And if you guys didn't catch the video I did this morning, I do suggest you watch it. I think it's going to have an effect on the rest of the crypto space in some ways, and I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys didn't catch it. Unfortunately, though, there are still hurdles, and, the crypto market still has to find its place. The powers that be really don't want us to be trading crypto. They know it's going to explode in the coming years, and, they really don't want us to get in at the ground level. So what are they trying to do? Regulate the heck out of it. And, here's just another one. Coinbase is going to delist 80 trading pairs on October the 16th. So if you guys are Coinbase users, you might want to pay attention to this. So the leading cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase announced that it is going to be delisting 80 trading pairs on October the 16th. In the following lines, we will outline the affected cryptocurrencies, guys. Some of the delisted cryptocurrencies include only non-USD trading pairs, such as ACH USDT, so removing tether-pegged cryptocurrencies specifically, so ACH USDT, AGLD USDT, BNT, BTC, so that's a Bitcoin trading pair, BNT to the Euro, GAL to Tether, Sushi to Bitcoin, Sushi to Ethereum, Sushi to the Euro, Sushi to the GBP. So it looks like Sushi is getting slashed. Zen to Bitcoin, Zen to USDT, ZRX to Bitcoin, ZRX to the Euro, and others. The team revealed that Coinbase Advanced Trade users in eligible regions can still trade these coins using USDC balances. So looking as though they are focusing on USDC as that main stablecoin, that main USD peg stablecoin. The firm suspended certain trading services in September 2 when delisting Barnbridge, Derivadao Jupiter, Multichain, Uki, and Voyager. So, positive news, of course, contrary to removing numerous trading pairs in the past several months, Coinbase added support for certain ones. An example was relisting Ripple's native token XRP in mid-July. And guys, that's going to be great for us, of course, when we do see the market really start moving, when we see XRP really start to fly. We got to remember these are the exchanges that Americans specifically are going to be trading on. So the American market for cryptocurrency is the biggest cryptocurrency trading country in the world. So, last bull run, of course, we were stifled. XRP couldn't get up past $2. But guys, this time around, it's going to look very, very different. So wanted to thank XRP-Wins here on Twitter for posting that. Satoshi Nakamoto tweeted again yesterday afternoon. I did a video yesterday highlighting a Satoshi Nakamoto tweet. It looks as though the Twitter account is now back and active. Bitcoin was created for everyone, he says. The next halving is an important predicted occurrence when transaction fees are meant to start to supplant the mining subsidy. There are many who do not want you to know the truth. It is not that they want to silence this account. They want to silence you. 2024 is the year of the dragon. The year of the dragon, you say. How is that relevant? Things that make you go, if this is Satoshi's official account, which I think it is, at Satoshi there on Twitter, it really does get you wondering. So, hey, Greg Crypto here, wanting to know if it is the real Satoshi. Sell one Bitcoin from your wallet to make sure you are the real Satoshi. David Gokhshtein even asking, who are you? So I'm wondering, is this Satoshi? Is he releasing these, cryptic tweets? To get us wondering, to get us interested, to get us, I don't know, why is he doing it, if it is him at all? So, we know. We've got to look towards April 2024. That is kind of the next pivotal target date. I don't know what the winter is going to bring this year, if we're going to see lower lows. In the past, we have seen, here, let me bring up the total crypto market here. And let me just zoom out. And, if we consider the 4-year cycle and we consider what we saw back in 2019, which was a very similar year to 2023 in a lot of ways. 2019, by mid-2019, which was this top period here, all the way down to the end of 2019, which was down and around here, guys, we saw a downward channel before the market started moving up. Now, this was a black swan event. So I don't know. Chances are we're not going to see another black swan in 2024. Hopefully we don't see another black swan in 2024. But the downtrend before the uptrend, this could in fact rhyme in 2023. So I'm poised. Are you guys ready? Are you guys done accumulating? I mean, I know some of you guys probably need to save up a little more cash to accumulate more cryptocurrency. I don't think the accumulation phase is done quite yet. And so on my Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel, I am posting all my trades. I'm going to be posting all my trades for this spec run. I've already posted a few. I'm already into about 15 different cryptocurrencies, excluding, so not including my positions that I have in XRP and HBAR, in Solana and Bitcoin. Excluding those ones, I've gotten into other cryptocurrencies. We're looking at different metrics here. I'm looking specifically for coins that I think are going to pump, okay? Off FOMO, off whatever, I don't care. It's about making money this time around. The real world utility theory, yes, it is important, but guys, that is not happening for a very, very long time. So getting into coins that are going to maximize my profit, this is what I'm looking at, looking for 5, 10, 50x, maybe 100x bangers, who knows? You can follow me, and guys, I've kept it affordable on purpose. I know some guys charge $20, $30, $50 a month. I'm not doing that. I want you guys to stick with me because I want us to make money together. If you guys decide to join me on this trading journey, we might even see some swing trading opportunities in there to, boost up the coffers, before, as we're trading into 2024, 2025. So patreon.com/workingmoneychannel, if that is something you guys are interested in. The other thing is, a lot of these coins now are being scrutinized by the SEC. So the landscape is changing quite a bit for this bull run. It's going to be an interesting bull run, something certainly a lot of us have not seen, but I'm sure a lot of traders, traditional traders who are used to the traditional 4-year cycle, might not be used to this. So what's coming down the pike is probably going to be very, very different. Crypto regulation is going to play a role in this, and Kevin McCarthy has just been removed as the House Speaker. So I noticed this. Guess who he was replaced by, guys? 8 Republicans voted with all Democrats on Tuesday to oust Speaker Kevin McCarthy. The resolution is adopted, said Representative Steve Womack. The office of the Speaker of the House of the United States of Representatives is hereby declared vacant, he said before banging the gavel. Now, Representative Patrick McHenry has been named as the Speaker and is a top ally of the former Speaker McCarthy and chairman of the House Financial Services Committee. This is the first time ever that a House Speaker has been ousted from office. Now, former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy lasted less than 9 months as leader. It was one of the shortest tenures ever for a House Speaker. There have been only 4 speakers in the post-Civil War era who served less than a full 2-year term. However, 3 of them died in office. So, precedent setting. I was wondering why, and apparently it was because he had no Democratic support whatsoever. Democrats said they viewed McCarthy as untrustworthy after he broke a May agreement on spending with Biden. Let them wallow in their pigsty of incompetence, Representative Pramila Jayapal told reporters before the vote. So that was the reason, guys. And he's being replaced by none other than Patrick McHenry. Now, I got to bring this up to you guys from Ian Binns. Oh, yes. He is. I don't even remember this. I was not in the space in August of 2016, but Chris Larson apparently tweeted this out back then. Thank you, Patrick McHenry, for visiting us at Ripple today. A great discussion. So Patrick McHenry obviously does know about Ripple, and he's been pro-cryptocurrency innovation in the U.S. If you've seen him speaking against Gary Gensler, really asking him pointed questions in last week's hearing. If you guys didn't catch that video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. So this is looking fairly good, fairly positive, I think, in terms of regulation. I think we're getting somewhere, especially with Judge Torres's recent denial of interlocutory appeal, guys. Things are looking very, very positive. Now, with regards to Ripple partner news, we've got some more of that too. Revolut and SoftBank, guys, 2 Ripple partners, both Ripple partners agree to share a deal in battle for banking license. So Revolut has finally struck a deal with primary backer SoftBank on a change to the latter's shareholding, clearing away a key obstacle in the fintech's long-running battle to obtain a UK banking license. The Bank of England's Prudential Regulatory Authority, or the PRA, has told Revolut it must collapse its 6 classes of shares into one and simplify its ownership structure in order to win the license. So, guys, these are both Ripple partners, and they have to do a little bit of restructuring here. While other investors have agreed to transfer their shares to a single class, Revolut's primary backer, SoftBank, has been resisting the change, asking for twice the amount of stock Revolut is offering in exchange for giving up its preferential rights. The FT reports that the 2 companies have now settled the matter after after months of dispute over the issue. The agreement does not include any new issuance of shares to SoftBank, nor will it have a financial impact on the company, the FT report stated. So Revolut has been waiting 2.5 years to win a UK banking license, with the lengthy process attributed by some to concerns at the FCA over auditing, compliance, and corporate culture issues. So two Ripple partners, they've been, these guys, from what I know, they've had a long-standing partnership. They're both connected to Ripple, but now it looks as though they're having somewhat of a disagreement. Hopefully this does get resolved. I will link this, though, in the description of the video if you want to read the rest of that. Want to keep moving, guys, because the other thing that happened yesterday, in and amongst all the excitement about Judge Torres' denial of the SEC's interlocutory appeal, was this, guys. Ripple obtains a full license to operate in Singapore. So the deal is signed, the ink is dry. Monica Long came out on Twitter, said this, okay, being in Singapore a couple of weeks ago felt like night and day compared to the US in terms of open dialogue with regulators, and thus being able to build innovative and compliant products. Big shout out to everybody at Ripple who worked tirelessly to secure our MPI license. Chad Steingraber here bringing up the article. Ripple is thrilled to announce that its Singapore subsidiary, Ripple Markets APAC, has secured its full MPI license. And guys, here's the blog post just highlighting this. So it gives us a little bit of the history. Earlier this year, Ripple received in-principle approval of its major payment institution license application from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. 4 months on, Ripple is thrilled to announce that its Singapore subsidiary has secured its full MPI license. So the license underscores the real-world utility of crypto solutions for businesses and financial institutions alike, making an important step towards wider adoption of digital assets. Guys, very important. And in Singapore, these guys are regulated. Singapore is known as the leader in pioneering digital asset regulation, making it an ideal location for businesses and financial institutions to harness the power of crypto for cross-border payments, crypto liquidity, and central bank digital currencies. And here's a quote. Since establishing Singapore as our Asia-Pacific headquarters in 2017, the country has been pivotal to Ripple's global business. We have hired exceptional talent and local leadership, doubling headcount over the past year, and plan to continue growing our presence in the progressive jurisdiction like Singapore. This coming from Brad. Under MAS leadership, Singapore has developed into one of the leading fintechs and digital asset hubs, striking the balance between innovation, customer protection, and responsible growth. Historically, Singapore has experienced staggering periods of transformation by leading into technology to support economic growth, invite new instruments, and even streamline government services. In 2022, Singapore secured the number 4 spot on the IMD World Digital Competitiveness Ranking, which measures a country's ability to adopt new technologies. So Ripple finally has received that, guys. Again, a huge milestone for them. And so payments, and so you got to think now, payments obviously are a big part of this, but crypto liquidity and central bank digital currencies, maybe we will start to see more developments coming out of this particular region of the world with regards to Ripple innovation. I mean, if you caught this morning's video, you know that Ripple still has some time in court. Maybe, maybe not. I do urge you guys to watch the video if you want to know the details on that. But, you know, the Singapore license, guys, very, very positive for Ripple. So wanted to thank Chad for posting that. Even Brad Garlinghouse did come out incredibly proud of the Ripple team. Just 4 months after we received our in-principle approval from the MAS, we've now secured the full major payment institution license for digital payment token services in Singapore. Now, the funny thing was, because, you know, yesterday was a crazy day. We got 2 pieces of news, the Singapore thing, the Judge Torres thing, and look at how Coinbase has painted the XRP spike. XRP spike says Ripple scores Singapore license and the SEC loses motion to appeal. So first, they mentioned the license. Second, the SEC loses the motion to appeal. I think they're really trying to push the Ripple news and not so much the fact, I mean, realistically, would we have pumped on this news alone? No, I certainly don't think so. It was this news that got the money moving. And so here they're just outlining it. I'm not going to go over this article. I just thought it was kind of funny that they decided to frame it that way. CoinDesk, you never cease to amaze us. Anyway, gonna keep moving, guys. Chad Steingraber here also mentioning this. So we had the SEC story this morning. Now what's Ripple's next move in the US? Well, the IPO, right? Chad Steingraber asks a very poignant question. Guess who then approves the Ripple IPO? The SEC. So now, is Ripple going to face headwinds against the SEC because they slammed them in court? Are they going to hold a grudge? Can they even do this? I was trying to look for some, information about this on the internet, and I couldn't really find anything through Google, just because it's so difficult to. By the way, as a side note, have you guys noticed that Google pretty much sucks these days? Put it down in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. I feel like I can't research anything anymore on Google. It's just worse. It's actually a worse search engine than it was 10 years ago. That's just my opinion. Anyway, so I was trying to find some information on this. Couldn't really find anything specific. It was giving me whatever, any kind of results that were kind of not really related to what I was asking. So guys, I took to ChatGPT to ask the question, if a company won against the SEC in court, could this affect their chances at being approved for an IPO? And guys, here is what ChatGPT spat out, okay? When a company is considering an initial public offering, its history, including any legal disputes with regulatory bodies like the SEC, will come under scrutiny. While winning a case against the SEC might reflect favorably on the specifics of that particular matter, it doesn't guarantee a smooth IPO process. Here's how such a legal victory might affect an IPO. Okay, so number one, due diligence and reputation. The underwriters who are tasked with selling the IPO shares will conduct extensive due diligence on the company. They'll look at a company's financials, management, operations, and other legal disputes, including those with the SEC. If the company won the case against the SEC, the nature of the dispute and its implications would be evaluated. So that could, in fact, have an effect on the Ripple IPO. While a victory might allay some concerns, the very fact that there was a significant enough issue to lead to a legal battle might raise some eyebrows. Number two, disclosure. An IPO requires a prospectus, which includes disclosures about a company's risks. A past dispute with the SEC, even one where the company came out on top, would likely need to be disclosed. This would allow potential investors to assess the significance of the dispute and the implications for the company's future. What about investor perception? Okay, some institutional investors might be wary of a company that has had past disputes with the SEC. I don't think that would be the case for Ripple, fearing that there might be other undisclosed issues or that the company may have an adversarial relationship with regulators. On the other hand, if the company was clearly in the right, which I think Ripple has proven themselves that they were, and the court victory underscores that, the investors might see it as evidence of a company that's willing to stand up for its principles. So I think that definitely does bode well, that number 3 point there for Ripple. Future scrutiny. A past dispute might mean that the company is under heightened scrutiny from regulators in the future. This doesn't necessarily impact the IPO directly, but it could affect the company's operations after going public. Legal battles are expensive, both in terms of direct costs like lawyers' fees and indirect costs. If the company spent a significant amount on its resources fighting the SEC, that could have financial implications on its effect of an IPO. I don't think that concerns Ripple either. And the industry context, the impact might also depend on the industry in which the company operates. For example, a financial firm that has a dispute with the SEC might be viewed differently than a tech startup. So they mention it right there. A tech startup definitely would be seen differently as a financial firm, guy. So I don't think personally this is going to affect Ripple's chances at securing an IPO. In conclusion, though, ChatGPT states, while a victory against the SEC could be seen as a positive outcome for the company, it's just one factor among many that will be considered during the IPO process. The overall perception of the company, its fundamentals, and the broader market conditions will play significant roles in the success or failure of its IPO. So guys, it's still up for debate. I still think Ripple has a very, very good chance at an IPO. And, as ChatGPT says, financial firms will be looked at differently than startups, tech startups. And I mean, if Ripple IPOs, who knows what the price of XRP will be, even just the optics of a company like Ripple going public, the first cryptocurrency related company to do so. I mean, what does that mean ultimately? XRP adoption? Yeah, can I have some more? 53 cents, just the beginning, guys. This spec run is going to look very interesting for XRP specifically, but for many other cryptos too. So if you want to see where I'm going to be trading my XRP this time around, join me on Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. That's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.